Whittaker, Sexton, Horgan, lovely pass. On from Whittaker to Darcy, who slips at just the wrong point there. Whittaker to right, now he has a go, into the man who he's propping against, Ajasa. Whittaker to O'Driscoll, Brian O'Driscoll, Whittaker again. It's a great link here, the scrum half, and O'Driscoll, of course, can do that, and Elsom can do this.
The big two in tandem.
Then Wright had another go. Here's Healy, not to be left out.
Great
the
ball.
Prop, Whittaker, Sexton, O'Driscoll. Nigel Owens has seen something here, and now it's the penalty. And Leicester were being pulled up into those positions, weren't they?
In the end, you felt Leicester had to give a penalty away there, because that was daunting stuff from the Tigers. There's no doubt their backs are trying to come on those inside angles. It's not always being forced there. They're looking inside there, and the inside support lines, very good. Elsom was just trampling around like a rhino, and Michael Checker will love that, but there's no doubt at all, you know, Sexton and O'Driscoll are trying to find that inside ball. Whittaker just keeping things moving. Sexton on the inside of two all the time. He's always looking for that inside runner. Either way, support very good. O'Driscoll inside. First look inside. Where's the support? It's there. It's Whittaker. He's everywhere.
Yeah. Should be 9-3. Should be.
You and your shoulds.
It is, and he is playing like a dream, so he should have got it. 9-3.
Well, we're just talking then about the way Leinster seem to be stepping back inside Leicester. I mean, are they being forced there? But they look like their support lines are aimed at this.
Yeah, well, what's happening in the midfield? Hipkiss and Erinley are leaving a little bit of space wide because they're just flying up in the midfield, trying to nullify Darcy and O'Driscoll, which is forcing Sexton inside. And at the moment, Dupuis just isn't quite getting on Vestres inside to nullify that threat, which gives them a couple of yards, and that's enough to get beyond the gain line.
And Hamilton nearly getting into the game there. He's had a defensive role so far, but he shakes his head because he knew there was an opportunity from the hanging restart. He's a big, tall man, and he uses it to such good effect in those situations.
He's a classic Canterbury man. He does the basics so well, and that's why he shakes his head, because he's got above. They were there, and he just thinks, I've got a chance there. Almost a capricious moment there for Scott Hamilton.
John Prain's gone. Lewis Deacon is on for Leicester. Here's Horgan. And still had the presence of mind, having been ricocheted in the tackle to get that away. It's standing up for Nathawa to chase, but Hamilton sees him off. Jennings tries to get back. Good work again from Hamilton. And Newby too. Well, that's not the ball you want in front of your post, but Dan Hipkiss made the most of it. What a breakaway from Hipkiss. Kicks long. Croft is going after this. Fitzgerald and Sexton will have to be lively. And Croft gives it the dive, and why not? Or was he given a little shove? He turns to the referee to ask for it, but it was cleared only just.
Danny Hipkiss, that is absolutely fantastic. That has lifted Leinster's dominance. A brilliant break, the courage to go, and then the break when the ball stops dead is wonderful. Sexton was begging it to go into the in-goal area. Hipkiss, superb, and then Croft's pace on the chase. It forced Johnny Sexton to do what he didn't want to do. He wanted that ball to bounce away. It doesn't. Leicester, pole position.
Shooter gets this one right, he finds Croft, and here comes Tuilangi, fired out of the cannon there.
Hands away now, Ross, push back, you.
Dupuis, Shooter. Darcy on the wrong side. Dupuis, one of those inside balls without looking to Newby, who's had a strong first half. He'll have to be strong against Elsom, the two sixers there. And now It's Prop Healy with the drive-through. Cullen's got something to sort out on the floor against Newman Deacon. Ball is out with Vesti to Hipkiss. Sexton with the tackle. It's building here for the first time for Leicester. Well, it was, but they need to control it.
Yeah, they're at their best playing patient rugby, Leicester, and the first time they're starting to work some phases. We're up to the 6th one. To stretch Leinster's defence here.
Dupuy, Castro Giovanni. Dupuy again, Jordan Murphy. Bit of Murphy magic maybe. Dupuy goes himself, he was looking for Vesti. Castro off the floor to Croft. Assistant is holding out a flag, referee says he's got it.
Tackle off the ball, I think, by Leinster.
So penalty coming to the Tigers, here it is. Of course, in this situation, it could be more than just a penalty. Nigel Owens doesn't hang around there, does he? And nor will Stan Wright now. Little consolation, if you can call it that, from Castro Giovanni. I think he had something to say there to his fellow prop.
Well, Castro Giovanni, he has to make that tackle because there's a glaring hole for Vesti. Whittaker's coming across, but the Tigers had numbers. Nigel Owens had absolutely no option there but to send the Cook Islands man to the bin. Richard Cockrell, he cannot believe he's seeing a front row forward cheat. Much better from the Tigers there, though. Cook, he probably thinks it was a cynical penalty that he had to concede because it was one-on-one, Vesti against Whittaker there.
He's got a year on his contract left, Julien Dupuy. Big rumours that he returns to France at the end of this season. Well, if he does leave, will he leave with a double trophy success at the end of the season? Maybe. 6-9.
Well, this is why Stan Wright was sin-bin. Whittaker is the man covering on his own, and here is Vesti. He's got to run towards the line. One-on-one, the tackle might be made, but that's going to be perilously close. Vesti beats one man, he scores. Stan Wright says, I'm not even taking that risk. Penalty, 3 points, I'm going to the bin, and Castro Giovanni says, see you in 10 minutes.
Still them on, still them on. And it's a rack now.
Whittaker. Ooh. Not his best. He's had a really good first half, hasn't he? Controlling influence from the Leinster scrum half, but just conceding advantage as we approach half-time.
A little swing as we go towards half-time. You know, Whittaker's not done anything too flash, but he shepherded his fly half and his pack well. But that error, it just means Leicester are getting a bit more territory, and they've got the man.
Dupuy, Vesti, Rinley. Dupuy, Ajersa. Can they make the extra man count here, Leicester Tigers, with just over 2 minutes until the interval? Hipkiss, starting to see him more and more in attack here. Vesti, Croft, again in midfield. Woods gets there, Rinley too, back to Dupuy. Ajersa. Rinley, straight and direct. Dupuy, Vesti, might be a man out wide extra here. It's taken on by Woods. They don't need the man out wide. They only need a Ben Woods. On the day that the Tigers are looking to match the French giants, Toulouse, and create a record to sit at the summit of European rugby, they come back into the final and take the lead just before half-time.
Hipkiss strong, Rinley strong, but we said that Vesti might just have a little bit more space without Jennings coming at him, and that's what happened. Vesti hasn't had an inch. There's the dummy, and this time that's a wonderful offload, and Ben Woods bounces off Nathaywa, touches down for the try. Leinster will be disappointed, but with a bit of freedom, a bit of space, Corrie knows his team know how to score. That is a lovely little offload, beautiful play there. Woods in support, Nathaywa and Darcy can't stop the open side, and Leicester, they've looked the second best team for a large part of this half, but as we go towards half-time, they have the lead and they have struck 15 against 14. They've done what they had to do.
Dupuis does what he had to do with the conversion, and just before half-time, the scoreboard looks very different and the stadium feels very different too. Nathaywa couldn't do anything about it. Darcy tries to get back, but Ben Woods, great control.
Superb play from Ben Woods. You know, he's had a good half as well, because he has had to do a lot of defending and he's done some superb unseen work, almost invisible. But he's highly visible now. He's got his first try in a Heineken final.
Vesti. One last chance here for Leinster, who will wonder how they're behind at half-time. Back off Fitzgerald, taken by Kay, and slowly walked to the touchline by Murphy. Well, that would have been half over had it gone out. It's probably still going to be half over because Nathaywa has decided that that is it, half-time. 13-9, your quick assessment.
Tight, tense. Leinster looked the best team for 25 minutes, but Leicester, with the extra man, have struck back. We have a heck of a second half in front of us. And you know, Leicester will be pretty pleased with the 4-point lead. Don't forget, they didn't concede a try in 80 minutes against London Irish in one final. They've got another 40, so if they can get another penalty, a 7-point lead, the Tigers think is won. They can defend pretty well.
Sam Vesti starts this second half. And there's Jamie Heaslip, another man bound for South Africa. And there's another in Luke Fitzgerald. And that was taken back inside the 22, according to the officials.
That's the second pass. Fitzgerald just thinks with the first pass, you see, that Whittaker has stepped from out to in. And I think Fitzgerald, to be honest, because the immediate pass to him, this one, he just thinks that's the one, and they've just gone to sleep there. It's initially Whittaker, that's the reason, and that is a big error.
Well, the ruck had formed outside the 22. The ball had to be coming back in towards it, so Shooter throws. And there's the man who came on for the injured Jordan Crane, Lewis Deacon. It's a knee injury we're hearing for Jordan Crane. That will be of interest to Martin Johnson.
Leave it.
And here's Ajursa, and that is of great interest to Leinster, who really had to battle hard
Number one,
to stop the rolling Argentinian
Let it
there.
come. Push back, lads.
And this is turning into a purple patch now for the Leicester Tigers. If they can get some points here, either side of half-time. Cullen knows it and tries to block again, and selfishly puts his body in the way. Dupuis to Vesti. Oh, Sexton clinging on there. Dupuis again to Castro Giovanni. It's come out of the hands of Dupuis and then lost by the hands of Kay, but the referee said it was an offence at the ruck.
Come round offside, and it's just discipline too poor. There's no chance that Dupuis is going to tap and go. There's no Bath quick tap quarter-final heroics here. It's what we said at half-time, as the penalty is conceded now. Boot there, and you know, as we said, another 3 points for Leicester, 16-7. It doesn't feel, it doesn't look like any sort of lead, but when you have gone 123 minutes without conceding a try, you think we can defend this. And Leicester won't defend, they'll keep going, But this is a useful cushion, and it puts real pressure on Leinster.